loves helping each other out with the correct answer as well. So we'll talk about it. We'll jump in, but if you're just joining in, this next topic, Tesla inventory has reached an all-new high. And quote from this article, pointing to that price cuts are not working. And on top of that, Tesla just updated their website. They updated some verbiage and a new part of it. So maybe they are hurting just a little bit. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there that has interest rates and links to all the banks and credit unions that have as low as 2.99 to 3.7%. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. But let us get into this. Shout out to Electric for posting this article. Tesla inventory reaches new high, which we actually talked about yesterday, and pointing to that price cuts, quote, are not working. So of course, if you didn't know what happened very, very recently, basically a week ago, right, when we were in Japan last Thursday, because Tesla loves doing the price cuts on Thursday, and guess what today is? It's Thursday. So we're definitely going to be pointing out and watching around, because usually we know we've followed the pattern. They release it at 9 o'clock Pacific, because that's 12 o'clock Eastern time. So we will be definitely waiting around just to see if prices will actually change. But anyway, so according to the article, prices were cut by over 20%. And of course, this was what, like the fifth, sixth, so much price cuts this year and all this different stuff. And so taking a look at it, you can see here, these charts look exactly, yep, they're from Matt Jung, in which inventory across the Model 3, S, and X are pushing all Tesla vehicle inventory to a new high. And so we're starting to see massive discounts across the board, across on the Model S and X, but really not so much on the Model 3 and a little bit on the Model Y. But you can see that there's a bunch of different inventory that's actually getting posted to the website. But the one thing that stuck out to here that I really liked here, this first comment from David Parish, quote, everyone talks about the inventory and Tesla price cuts, but where's the context? What does demand look like for other automakers? And I can tell you, we keep our eye open. We always want to see what the best deal is out there. A lot of other automakers are probably having the same exact problem. With inventory starting to pile up and deals are starting to happen, because here is an example. I like going to Lease Hacker. If you don't know what website this is, it's basically a collective, a forum of people out there that want to get the best lease payment. And I was taking a look out there to see what are some of the deals out there, and it seems like the EQS, the Mercedes EQS, are in really any electric vehicle on the Mercedes line, including the EQB, are massively getting discount, anywhere from 10 to 15% off, which if an MSRP is $50K, if an MSRP is $100K, that can be anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 off the price of the vehicle. So we give Tesla a lot of flack. You just dropped the price $3,000, you just dropped the price another $13,000, but all these other OEMs, all these other manufacturers are also kind of doing the same thing. We just don't see the headlines at the end of the day, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Shout out to Electric for posting this article. I did notice though, I don't know if you all have noticed, that Tesla did update their homepage on their website. Now, when you go to it, you've got this cool fancy graphic with this guy yelling at you for accelerating, and it says experience Tesla, schedule a demo drive today. And if you haven't done this, I actually went through this whole process. I filled out the whole information and I went to go test drive a vehicle early on in the days before I bought my first Tesla, before I bought the first Model 3. And I went to go drive it. It was a pretty cool experience. Definitely, I do try to give the caveat to everyone looking to buy a Tesla or any electric vehicle. That first time you drive an electric vehicle is going to be very weird, because we're not used to that at all. We're not used to the smoothness, no vibration in the cabin or anything like that. So it feels a little bit weird, almost like a spaceship or anything, but you get used to it on top of that. But the other thing is, I've noticed with the Tesla website, if they've updated the 7,000 or up to 7,000 $3,500 federal tax credit for the Model 3 and the Model Y. It kind of just says like a blanket up to right here at the top. If you switch to the Model Y side, it says $7,500 federal tax credit available for the Model Y. If you switch to the Model 3 side, it says $3,750 to $7,500 tax credit. And of course, if you switch it to Model S, it says the 3 years of free supercharging, and the same thing for the Model X. So it seems like people that were able to lock in a lower price for the Model S than the X before it recently got price increase, and now they get the free supercharging, seems like that it was a very good deal at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comments or in the live stream. But we're going to get into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. So definitely check it out.